It's here. The F-14 Tomcat on the Danger Zone dev server for the next War Thunder patch. So I'm going to try and show you as much as I can here about the plane. And shameless plug, do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that when the next patch comes out, hit the bell and all that so you'll get the notification. You'll be able to see my full review of the F-14A early. This will be the first aircraft I post a full review of coming out on the next dev server. It sits down here at the bottom of the Naval Fighters tree, or Naval Fighters line of the American Air Tree, right where you'd probably expect. We're going to take a quick look. Here's all of its upgrades. It's got the AIM-9 upgrade path, unguided bombs, and a radar-guided missile path. Rocket pods as well, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be using this for close air support. In its weapons, you've got, the various AIM-9s, Gs, Ds, H, AIM-7E, AIM-7F, and of course the big dog, the AIM-54 Phoenix missile. This is classified in the game as active radar homing. Now, in real life, the guidance on the AIM-54 Phoenix was really unique. It had multiple guidance modes. Some of them used like a semi-active link, then a terminal homing phase. Some of them were active right off the rail. Some of them were inertial guidance, then active for the terminal homing phase, using like a ballistics trajectory when they're attacking, like an AWACS or something like that out at, 70 miles. It's going to be interesting to see how they actually get that working once this goes live. So again, subscribe to the channel. When I post my full review of the F-14, I will have a whole section going over the capabilities and operation, not only of the Phoenix missile, but also of the new radar system. Now, this stat card on the radar is incomplete. This has a whole bunch of extra advanced radar modes that I'm going to show you in a second. And, of course, the pilot, it's got the full ballistics computer for all of its weapons. Not that I suspect you're going to be doing a lot of close air support. So let's jump into a test battle and show off the weapons. All right. We got into a mission with our F-14A Tomcat. As you can see, this is an enormous fighter. He's a big chunky boy. So I want to show you the cockpit real quick before we really get too far into the match. Let me just get off the ground here. The F-14 has a pretty interesting cockpit. We've got a couple of good MFDs going on here. The radar B-scope down below. I usually prefer that a little higher, but that's fine. We've got relatively good gauges and instrumentation. Heads-up display. The Vulcan cannon, of course. Pretty good visibility. The visibility to the rear isn't the best, but that's to be expected. Forward visibility and lateral and everything is excellent. Look at this beautiful thing. Love it. Alright, so now let's check out the radar modes. So it defaulted to just pulse Doppler search mode. We don't really have anything up yet. A lot of people are worried that the introduction of the F-14 is going to see runway to runway missile shots. I'm not super worried about that. It's got this other mode. Now the letters above my PPI, I think that's something in Russian. Don't worry about that. It's a placeholder. This is a scan while track mode, and the user interface for this is kind of weird. I'm going to show that off in a minute. We've got a regular search mode, and we've got PDV, which I think is the scan while track pulse Doppler mode. Now that is a friendly target I have locked up. There's an enemy target. Let's see if I can get some love with the Phoenix. Box 3. Now the Phoenix accelerates very slowly, unlike a lot of other missiles, and it is a fire and forget weapon. So, we're done with him, and that Phoenix is going to keep going. Love to see it. Now, based on that quick testing, I believe the guidance mode that they're using for the Phoenix missile is active right off the rail. So I don't think it's doing the inertial guidance ballistic flight trajectory with a terminal homing phase. I think it's going active just right off the rail. Alright, so here you are looking at the scan while track radar mode. Alright, there we've got a target. Having a little bit of trouble getting a lock on him. Or getting weapons tone at least. So we'll switch to pulse Doppler mode. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I think I just launched on a friendly. Sorry about that, friendly. The other thing to mention about the AIM-54 Phoenix is that this thing has a very long minimum engagement range. I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 kilometers is the minimum launch range for this thing. So that is definitely something to keep in mind when you are playing around with the Phoenix. I'm also noticing that the way that the radar targets are displayed on the PPI is a little different. We're getting some additional information. Take another Fox 3 in the blind. What could possibly go wrong? And just for good measure, we'll throw a second one. Because whatever that is, I've got a good strong lock on it. Alright, looks like that is a MiG-19, and he's going to be having a bad day. Now, this other MiG-19, that F-4J is attacking him. I'll let him do that. Alright, we've got a T-2. He is also going to be getting some AIM-54 Phoenix. And just to show that's good active tracking, I am way off. And the missile still connected. Now, the AIM-54 only maneuvers at, I think, 18 Gs. So it's not going to be as unbalanced as a lot of people think. You know, if you yeet that off at someone from, like, 28, 30 kilometers or something, it's not going to be super hard for them to evade it. So I don't think it's going to be as game-breaking as a lot of folks might be assuming. But, we'll see. Oh, alright, this is an interesting test. Guy coming at me head-on from below. Turning off. Smack. Okay. Excellent. So my initial impression with the F-14, the flight model seems really good and responsive. Decent maneuverability, even though I'm full of fuel. Cannon's good. AIM-54s are crazy good. I don't think they're going to, be completely game-breaking, but it is going to definitely change the meta a bit. This is going to be, in my opinion, a really good sort of redefining addition to the top-tier meta, giving the American tech tree the top dog for the first time in a while. Definitely, I think this is going to take over from the MiG-23 as being, basically the top dog in air battles. And make sure, again, I know I've mentioned it once or twice, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you get the full review when this goes live. And stay tuned over the weekend. I'm going to be having some preview videos of other videos off of the dev server. And of course, if there is a second dev server, I will bring you content with new stuff that's added there. As always, thanks for watching.